The climate agreement reached in Paris last weekend will cut greenhouse gas emissions to avoid the most catastrophic impacts of global warming. Science is at the heart of the New Deal, in which nations pledge to work toward reducing emissions to zero, says Niklas Hohne via Skype.
It's basically saying it's the end of the fossil fuel era, and we have to do that very quickly.
But plans submitted in Paris fell short of that goal, though key provisions in the accord support greater commitment over time.
Number one, this treaty requires all the nations to take an inventory of their emissions. We've never had that before. Number two, they have to monitor these emissions and share that information with the world. It's all subject to standardized measurements and subject to monitoring and verification by experts.
Countries will return every 5 years to take stock, but the deal is voluntary and built on trust. Fossil fuels account for 80% of world energy use. Currently, renewable energy is not a realistic substitute for cheap oil or gas, especially in the developing world, says Jeff Olmsted with the U.S. law firm Bracewell and Giuliani.
But especially in Asia, there is an imperative to bring people out of poverty, to give those people many of the same advantages that we enjoy in our country today. And figuring out how to do that without increasing greenhouse gas emissions is a very challenging thing to do.
Olmsted says an international price on carbon would help level the playing field. So would support for cleaner energy options from financial institutions, cities, and private corporations. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates pledged such support in Paris and was joined by 28 other private investors.
We're launching the Breakthrough Energy Coalition. It's a global private investment group that will take risks that allow companies to get innovation out of the lab and into the marketplace. We'll focus on early-stage companies that could scale up to major carbon solutions.
Observers in Paris say the New Deal is not perfect, but progress was made.
So this gives us the tools to get started today, get better tomorrow, and keep at it for as long as it takes.
Countries will meet in April to sign the accord. Rosanne, Skirble, VOA News, Washington.